Well, hi everyone. Welcome to my channel at Love Yourself Loudly. I am your host, Perry, and I am so excited to be here today on a Saturday chilling with my guest. Her name is Miss Nadia. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good.
We out here in a hot, sunny day. So, how's everything with you?
Everything is everything. Everything is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, guys, I know you want to know why I bring this lovely lady here, Miss Nadia, is because, me and her kind of meet up at one somewhere and find out that, her background, it was so inspiring. So, I just wanted her to come out here so I could ask her a couple of questions and see what she do, what she likes. We'll talk about zodiac signs. We're going to be talking about relationships, wherever the vibe goes, that's where we go. So let's start off from music, because I know that you sing.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know what inspired you to become a singer.
Oh my gosh. Okay. it's a long story.
Early, I want to hear this.
So, my mom makes music.
Okay.
Or she used to make music. And her boyfriend at the time, my stepdad at the time, also made music. So every day of my life, I was in the studio with them. They had their own home studio. We had like all these Caribbean artists coming to our house and staying there when they had shows. And I just grew up around music, but my mom she seemed more like she was in love with music itself. So from the time we wake up, it's like Bob Marley's playing, Beyonce, Lauryn Hill, old school reggae music, just whatever vibe she's in, that's the vibe we're all in the house. So
that's amazing. So that's how the music started to flow through your vocal cord, and you started becoming the singer that you are today.
Yeah.
So because I know you were living in the Virgin Island, and then you merged down here to Florida. How do you like it so far?
I like it a lot. I think I had a little culture shock at first.
Okay.
Which is funny to say because I did live here when I was younger. But as an adult, as a fully realized person, I wasn't expecting people to be so different from how they are in the Virgin Islands. And I also just wasn't expecting things to be so quick.
I feel
it's like everything's at the palm of your hand. If you want to order something, you have it like in 5 hours. You don't have to wait 5 weeks to get
have something be delivered to you and stuff like that.
You don't have to wait for everything, and I feel like that translates into people's personalities or just the culture. Everything's just fast-paced, and I wasn't expecting that. I had an idea, but to actually live here and have to change in such a drastic way from being just going with the flow, everything is cool, we're going to the beach today, we're gonna do this, and now it's like, oh, we need to plan this out. We got this going at 8:30 a.m., 12 p.m. on the dot. We gotta be like, traffic is this, so we gotta leave the house like 10 hours early.
Or down here, or you know what? You listen, it is crazy. I mean, as far as for the traffic, I'm like, darn, like this is crazy. And stuff that takes 10 minutes is actually taking people 35 to an hour just to make it to a 10-minute location, which is crazy. And it's the population. It's like everybody's moving down here, and I get it.
Yeah.
It feels like another LA, and everybody thinking this is the only state where the money is at. And there's other states, but I know you guys like it down here in the Sunshine State, which is okay. But y'all need to.
This is where the money's at, but you gotta pay.
You get what I'm saying?
You gotta pay. You making that money and you're losing it.
Especially around that Brickell area and Wynwood and South Beach, and that's where all the podcasters and all the music industries, everybody likes to import into that little area. I mean, you guys should move up to Broward. Help.
Just go to Maryland.
Maryland. Who the crap? What's gonna be? What can you do up there in Maryland in that snow? Like, nah, I want to do Maryland. Maybe you should go to Georgia or Texas or something.
Just don't
like
come
that.
here.
I mean, but you know what? The houses up there is way better.
Yeah, just leave some room for people here. We're already here.
And we can't even afford, we can't even find any homes because you guys just came and take it all. But it's okay. I mean, that's life. I can't get mad. So I noticed that you have a child, just like me. I have two kids.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work out for you? You know, by you're down here and you're a single mother and you're working and you're trying to get the music industry up and running. How do you juggle the two?
I don't know.
But you just making it. You just close your eyes. You just making it.
Every day is different.
Okay.
Every single day is different. I depend a lot on my family, just to help me out with like regular day-to-day things like picking up, dropping off, extracurricular activities, and then adding myself into that equation because I still want to pursue music. I'm working. Definitely dependent on my parents and my siblings. And then for me, it takes a lot.
It takes a lot.
Gotta wake up earlier than I would like to. I mean, that's regular being a parent, but being a single parent is like every day. You can't turn it off. Every single day you wake up, all right, I can't put a pause on this. I can't, unless she's with her dad, which is like in between. But for the most part, it's like every day I have to be a mom.
Okay.
I have to turn myself on. Like, I gotta go. I don't really even think about it. Because I've been a single mom since she was 2.
Really?
So, yeah. I don't even think about it. That's like autopilot for me.
Just grinding. Just making sure that your daughter has everything that she needs so she doesn't grow up and be like, well, my mom wasn't here, or whatever thought process she might have along the way. So what can you tell the younger generation if they want to become an artist and they don't have any kids? Like,
don't have kids. I'm being honest. If something like doing music is such a taxing passion, even if you're not pursuing a career out of it, it is something that is like every day you want to write, you want to go to the studio, you want to make a song, whatever. Having a kid changes all of that. And the thing for me, I don't know the change because when I didn't have a kid, I was making music, but it was more like as a hobby.
Gotcha.
I only started making music seriously after I had the kid. So it was already like, I already was living day to day as a mom, and now I want to add making music into that. But if you don't have kids and you already do music, do not add that in the equation. Not yet. Take your time, like get to a place where you feel like, okay, I'm where I want to be with this. And whatever happens after is a plus, but I want to have my kids now, or I want to be in a relationship now, whatever. But take your time. You got to be selfish. You got to be very selfish.
Now,
you can't be selfish with no kids now. Don't.
Not with no kids?
Don't have kids and be selfish.
But but as women, yes, you're right. But sometimes kids enhance us women to understand what to do in life, because like you mentioned, before you had a child, you was just doing music. You were just, okay, whatever, I'm just having fun. It was just a hobby,
right? But
then when you create your daughter, your lovely precious daughter,
yes,
then that pursued you even more to be money hungry. You're trying to become money hungry just to, trying to make sure you got something for you and your daughter, even though you're single. But now you start noticing what music is all about. You were like, you know what, I'm gonna start singing. I don't care what time it is, a day or a night. I'm gonna make sure I know I'm working. This is what I got. This is what I need to get done, because I know by the time I complete my record and it hits out there, then everybody's gonna know who I am, and that's the blessing. Now you're gonna be like another Beyonce out here. I was like, and you remember, y'all, she was right here on this platform before all of this. So And I get it. Sometimes things happen, you know, and we tend to do things when we have a partner. We don't get confused. We've been wearing protections and not wearing protection. So all the younger little girls out there, you know, if you're trying to do something, please be very protective, because, you know, there's a lot of things going on, especially right now. It's crazy. And the stuff that I hear, I'm like, wow, you know, when I was young and that generation, we didn't have all of these type of things, the stuff that I hear right now. So now by me having kids, you know, I'm trying to raise them not to be in that atmosphere with the things that's going on right now. And I can't protect them as much as I can, because they're going to learn on their own. I'm just praying that they don't go to that route. But yeah, kids do enhance us women to become a better version of ourselves.
I agree. I feel like sometimes I think it's such a cliche, but if I didn't have my kid, like, what would I be doing?
That's a good question.
I don't know if I would have the drive for certain stuff that I have the drive for now. It'd be easier for me to quit anything.
That's true.
Like, I wouldn't be so persistent on certain things, specifically just working. I wouldn't be. If it's the moment,
wouldn't even be working. We wouldn't be quitting. Like, man, okay,
listen,
I ain't
like,
got nobody.
I don't need this job. I don't have to work.
Something else. I'm like, sure, I can find me a sugar daddy can help me pay
any
my
moment.
bills. So I do get it. But yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to say go have a kid. I'm not saying that. But if you do end up having a child, you know, that could be a sign. Maybe, you know, the universe or God is letting you know, maybe this will help you to stop whatever dynamic you were thinking prior, and then that planted into your soul, and it's just like, okay, now you start thinking as a mother. And there's a lot of women out there, you know, they can't even be a mother figure. You be asking yourself, like, why do you have kids again?
Why do you have kids? Yeah.
So I think it just depends who you are.
Take your time.
Enjoy life. Like, right now I only have 6 more years before my kids graduate, and I could actually, and I mean, I'm enjoying myself now. I mean, prior it was kind of hard, because, you know, at that moment I had to learn, and especially, you know, it depends on where you at in your relationship as well too, because if everything is not equal, it's like one way or another. It's like it's my way or the highway. And it's just like, nah, this is supposed to be equal. But, you know, sometimes people doesn't see eye to eye. And that part I do understand, you know, as you're aging and as your kids are aging and you're trying to understand, what can I do to become a better parent? So what can I do to make sure my kids doesn't see a certain dynamic between a mother and father? Like, you just want your kids to grow up and understand, okay, this is life. You know, like, just enjoy who you are. I don't want you to put your life on a standstill because of my situation. I want you to live free and be who you want to be, and I will help you to grow to get where you at. And it took me a while to understand that. I was so more like closed in with my kids. Like, my kids not going to nobody's house. My kids is not talking to nobody. You could talk to your friends in school, but like, I mean, I could talk to families, you know, parents, you know, mothers. Oh yeah, this is my son, this is my daughter, whatever. But after that, that's it. Ain't no sleepover, none of that. Yeah. And I mean, I see too many things.
I don't know about the sleepover.
I see too many things going on, and I'm like, I love my babies, and I had two C-sections with them, and they weren't a pleasant C-sections. It was the worst C-sections, and. Yeah. I'm surprised I'm here, but I love my 2 boys, and I will sacrifice for my kids. So yes, I do understand, like, when you have kids, you want your kids to get and have everything that they need, especially the stuff that you didn't have when you were young. You want to make sure your kids have it, but you don't want to overspoil them, because now they're going to be looking like a brat, because they think that, my mommy give me this and that, and I can just do whatever I want.
You got to find a good balance with everything, because I don't think you should be 100% selfless just because you have kids. I don't think you should be 100% selfish either when you do have kids. You are making sacrifices, and that goes with anything. Like, I never speak negatively about how my daughter came into this world, the whole relationship I had, whatever. At least not not outwardly. But it's like a in hindsight type of thing. There was no balance. It was like you said, my weird highway. He was the breadwinner in a relationship. So 9 times out of 10, the breadwinner is his way.
I know there's no there's my way. So that's the thing. Is like with my situation, mine is the breadwinner, and I think it's just the mindset that certain men has, because they might feel like, well, since I'm doing X, Y, and Z, then you need to be doing X, Y, and Z. But it's not like no equalness. And when people start noticing the equalness is like when you decided to split, and then I'm like, darn, I could have done X, Y, and Z with this person, but it's already too late. When the time was there to communicate, it was like it was like a wall. Like no one did. It's like it's my word, and I have the most money. You have to obey my rules, and it's not like that. And I'm trying to make people understand a relationship. Like everything has to be equal. Like if I'm having a conversation with you, it's not like I'm trying to get what you have, or I'm trying to see what's in your account. I care less about that. And most men thinking that, oh, a woman needs to know how much money I have, and it's not all about that. I don't know. I can't speak for other women, but I'm speaking for myself.
It's not all about that. And I have that same outlook. Like, I'm not looking at you for money. That was kind of my issue. I felt like he was very driven by making money, which makes sense because we have a kid. You're taking care of the both of us, all 3 of us. So of course you're like, I have to go out there, I have to make money to take care of my family. But it's like, okay, you're making money and we still exist here, and it's kind of like you don't exist. It's just me and her in our own little bubble, and now you're
doing you.
Like it's like we're living different lives,
and they don't completely see that
part. That hasn't changed. I feel like that's like so many factors go into that. As ego, how you grew up. If you grew up in a like scarce environment where you didn't know if your parents would be able to pay the bills or whatever, you don't ever want to end up in a situation like that again. So you do get like, I gotta make this, I have to make sure this, but you have to be present at the same time. It's balance.
But you know what? Sometime in a relationship, even though a person could be a breadwinner, sometime you could be abused emotionally. It don't have to be physically, but it could be emotionally. But if it's a physical part in it, there could be emotionally, physically, and mentally. And that right there could mess up everything in the relationship as well too, because it's how you carry yourself, how you speak towards that person, how you downsize the person, and it's like you're not uplifting that individual, and then you're looking for a validation from the other partner. That's not gonna grow the relationship. To me, I feel like money, to me, it's just a piece of paper. Like, what do we have equal? Together, what can we do to make more money? Just because you could be making hypothetically $50,000, I'm just giving a round number, and then I could make a 50, and I'm like, you know what, we could make something to make 200 or 300. But no, you're thinking, because your ego is so high, it's just like, oh, I don't have to do this, I have this and you have that. And it's like, it's not all about money. It's just like, can we have a decent conversation? Can we talk about things without any arguments between it? It's like, okay, what can we do to build the relationship? And there's not a lot of those out there. It's all about who has the most. And it's like people doesn't see what the relationship is all about anymore. It's all about, if it's not sex, it's about money.
It's about money. That's one thing. That's living here,
especially right here.
That's something that really blew me out the park. I was like, men will come to you leading with money, and that scares me, because it's like I already left a whole marriage where I wasn't making money, or at least not enough to take care of everything that was going on. And it's like, I don't want somebody to come in and think, oh, I have this money, I'm gonna give her this money, and now she owes me X, Y, and Z. I don't owe anybody a thing, okay?
That's like I said, not every woman thinks that way. You know, some women, they would love that. They see a man have a stack and they would do anything. He might just say, do this and this, and they would just do it just because of that money. But then I look at certain women and I said, okay, yeah, you do have a man, that give you X, Y, and Z. Great, right? What do you do with that money? Oh, I got my hair done, my nails done. I'm like, that's it? So you didn't invest? You didn't do anything with it? Because that money is not going to stay there forever.
I've seen girls get money, or I'm like, you could buy a house.
Girl.
I would have been put it down payment. Listen.
It don't have to be here in Florida. I would have do it somewhere else, maybe on the island or somewhere. But you just sit here and spending money just to put on a car and get your hair done and your nails done. I'm just like, that is not an investment, because at the end of the day, you get this hair done, you're spending $1,000 just to get your hair done. How long that's gonna last on your head? A month, maybe 2, and then you just rewash and put it back in. But then you still got to pay a stylist to put it on your head.
That's how fast money is, though. Because if you're getting it from somebody else,
that is true.
You're not working for it. It don't feel like real money.
That's true. You're right.
It's like when you have cash in your pockets and you're using the cash, and you're not seeing the money change in your bank because you already took a certain amount out. It don't feel like real money. This is like just stuff I had in my pockets. I'll spend this little quick cash. You're getting money from somebody else that they work for or whatever they did to get it. It's
none of our business, but hey, you just give it to us. So, hey, I'm going to enjoy that moment.
I'll do my hair.
But the thing about it, like I tell most women, this is the reason why I said when you're aging, you understand better. And then when you have an opportunity that people is giving you money left and right, you should think smart. See, that's how most men's challenge most of these women's. From my opinion, because I talk to a lot of men and they be giving me their side stories who been giving monies to women just to see where their mind is at. And once they start noticing their mind is not in the right establishment where it needs to be at, they'll just go to the next. So it's like, okay, I don't see you like you're very well educated, meaning that you trying to do better with yourself. But then you just want to sit here and play hokey pokey and say, oh, he's giving me $2,000-$3,000. It is what it is. I'm like, darn. And so that's why I'm trying to educate a lot of women who have opportunity to get stuff like that. Like, don't let, when you get an opportunity, a man's come in and give you certain things, invest into it. Do something to build more, because that guy might be here today to give you this amount of money, and he's
gone the same damn day.
And he doesn't see you no more, and then now you're spending all the money, and you're thinking, oh, I'm gonna call him back, and then now he either put you on block or whatever the situation is, and you're like, darn it, I should have just did X, Y, and Z, but it's already too late because God already gave you an opportunity. Someone came into your life and gave you something, and then when you were praying for it, you forgot what you were praying for. When you broke, you pray for a lot of things. And then when God presented to you, and it's just like, darn.
You blow it.
And then now when it's too late, now you got to wait another 5-6 years for something else like that to come into your life. So when you do get an opportunity like that, like you get quick money, trying to do something and invest into it. Don't try to get your hair done, your nails done, or trying to buy you a car. Oh, let me get me a BMW. I'm like, listen, these cars is just a car. I know in Florida, down here, everybody's just looking at a status on a car. And that kind of irks me. Like, what? A car? What? Okay, people who got a BMWs and Mercedes and Tesla, half of them can't even pay their own rent. They can't even pay the condos or whatever their living status is at. But just because they got a car, and all the women's or the men's be like, oh my gosh, this person has a Tesla. Oh my God, this person got this. He or she has money, and they can't even carry $5 in their goddamn pocket. And they're just walking around trying to look all like they got it like that. And I'm like, nah, you ain't got it. You don't even have no money. The people who has money is the one who's not flashing.
I don't even look at people like, what do you have? What might you have? I don't even care, really.
You don't look at you don't look at the materialistic things.
Because my experience, a lot of the people I've met that do have those things rub me the wrong way. Kind of lame. Like, they're kind of lame. I'm not going to lie. The coolest people I know, they don't necessarily have to be broke. But they're not like materialistic and just this fast-paced society that's like, let me get these girls money, let me do this, let me do that. Like, I don't, even with women that are like, we gotta get a sponsor for tonight, I don't know. Sometimes I'm just like, we can't just go hang out. Like, we can't just
have fun. Like, just do something versus trying to look for somebody.
That vibe is fun once in a while, but it's not sustainable and it's not realistic. And then you don't build any foundation with anybody that way. Everybody's just, what can you do for me? What do you have? What do you offer? I wouldn't want nobody to watch me that way.
girl.
And that's scary. Like, I don't want nobody looking at me like, I could get this off her. I'm just a girl.
And you know what is so funny? When you do have friends and you're hanging out and they talk like that, and then the guy's looking at you and they're thinking you're in the same boat, and I'm like, whatever she do, that's on her. Don't include me into that category, because
more power to her. That's my girl, but
I'll holler at you. Just call me when you're done. I'll come pick you up. But I ain't got nothing to do with that. And this is the kind of person I am. If I see a guy come up to me and giving me a drink, and then I'll be like, I'm very sarcastic, so I'll be like, so if you think this drink is gonna get you to where you think it's gonna get you, it's not. I could buy you a drink, and then now we both could be equal. And sometimes guys be feeling like I'm too masculine like you. So I'm like, no, it's not that I'm trying to be masculine. Like, I can't be feminine. I can, but it's just how you approach me. If that's your first approach, that lets me know that you're not looking for a woman to have a conversation or trying. It's just like you want something out of me. You just want that, and you thinking that if you're thinking, I could just get her drunk, maybe then she will open her legs, but that ain't gonna happen.
That'd be the issue, because with or without, whatever it is, if you're leading with a drink, with money, whatever opportunity, if I was gonna do that with you, I was gonna do it anyways.
Thank you.
See that you giving me that, that might even make me more apprehensive. If I know that that's what you want and I know I don't want to do it, I'm not even entertaining you.
See,
now you're dead.
So it's not a lot of women's are like that. So there's women's out there, because that's how I am. And people thinking that, because you're pretty or whatever the situation, so they're thinking you're easy. And it's like you said, I already know if I want to give it to you from the moment I look at you. So I don't need your recognition or anything that you want to do just because you feel like, okay, maybe because you might feel the same connection, but that doesn't mean that I need you to purchase something for me to give it to you, because I could just be sober than a dog and I still give it to you and then you'll be happy.
But you know what, that's why I gotta say balance with everything, because this type of mindset too, if you go too far right with the give me all your money and whatever, I don't like that. But if we go too far left with the money isn't everything and you don't have to give me anything, you end up with a bum. You end up with a bum so quick.
Hold on, you are told, especially.
I'm sorry.
You know what? You're right. Because if a guy see that you're not asking for anything and you're just giving him all the connections, the intimacy, in his eye, he might feel like, well, she never asked me for nothing, so I could just give it to the next person.
Even if they have money, they're not gonna give it to you.
And then they're getting something. That's the part that kind of pissed me off. I'm like, okay, so if I'm giving you this and I'm not asking you for anything, that doesn't mean that I don't want it, but I mean, it should be like common sense. You'd be like, darn, this girl's not asking me for nothing. Let me just give her this.
Discernment.
Because it's just like
the same thing goes with men's time, their love, whatever. Listen, I didn't ask you for it, but I want it. Like, I need that.
Hey, we all need that. And boy, look at here. But it's like most men, they just trying to manipulate the situation. And it's just vice versa, guys. It's like if you're coming looking at a woman and then you're saying, well, she has it. What can I do to get something out of her? If you do the right things to us, it doesn't have to necessarily be intimacy, but if you stimulating our mind, a woman is always going to come out, even though that could be her last dime, but she's going to make sure you're okay, But you guys, I don't know. I mean, I might need another man here to kind of help me with this.
Yeah, maybe it's too much feminine energy. Look, we need a balance.
Girl.
That's like you saying. We need a balance.
Oh, Jesus.
Everything.
Boy. And then another thing too, a lot of people always talk about zodiac signs. About, a lot of people, it's like, I know it's always a conversation when you're meeting someone and they'll be like, what is your sign? And most guys be like, what did a sign have to do with the relationship? Well, I think the reason women do ask these questions is because that when you date normal people, several people with the same zodiac signs, and you see them doing the same thing but different, it's just like, okay, maybe this is a sign for me just to get away from that sign.
Listen.
And I need to find somebody who is in the great mindset.
We're just noticing patterns, that's all.
And you know what sign is that do you get a lot?
Well, all right. So I'm a Virgo.
Oh, shout out to you. I'm not.
Hold the slander. Hold the slander, please.
Go ahead, Virgo.
And for a while, my mom's a Cancer.
Well, your mom's a Cancer?
My mom's a Cancer. And I feel like the type of person I was attracting a lot when I was younger were Cancers. And as I got older, friendship-wise, I was making friends with a lot of Geminis.
Really?
Crazy. And then when I got older and I started to date, like, as a mature person, so far, I'm a double backer. So I did double back on the Cancer, but we're not going to talk about that. And then we...
Wow.
So that took up a lot of time, but we're not going to talk about that one. And and after that, it was an Aries.
Oh, you dated an Aries?
I did. Right after that, not right after, but the next person after that, an Aries.
Oh, Lord. They're very hoish, ain't they? Yeah, put them lip gloss on. Because the Cancers, they're kind of crazy.
You know
Because my first was a Cancer, and he was psycho.
They are crazy.
Oh my goodness.
No shade, mommy.
Hey,
but
they
Cancer.
are crazy. It's like you cannot talk to nobody. You can't even look at the corner.
We're not gonna go there.
They're so freaking jealous about every little thing.
The thing is, so am I. So I was like, I didn't think he was matching my energy, but I was like, if that's the energy I'm putting out, I can't be mad that he's putting it out. Because I'm a very, 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 like, if I put my stamp on this is mine. That can't go nowhere. Nobody can touch that. That's me. That's me. So I don't like sharing. No.
No, I feel you on that part. I don't like sharing either.
And he didn't like, but he wanted to share himself, but he didn't want to share me. So I was like, hold on.
Shit.
I'm gonna learn you something real quick.
Hold on. I'm a Sagittarius, and I know y'all gonna throw some shades with Sagittarius. So we're gonna clear a lot of things out about Sagittarius. I mean, I know they might say we're hoish and all this stuff like that. We're not. Are we sarcastic? Yes. Do we, if we love someone, we go down? Yeah, if we love someone, we'll, hands down, we'll give you the world. But don't get it twisted. You messed that up. See, we give you chances after chances after chances, but when we're giving you so many chances, and the other partner might be thinking, oh, this person don't care, they're just giving me stuff.
Yeah.
But when we're in the mindset like it's over, no matter what you do, I'm still going to be here talking to you, but it won't be the same way that you used to have before me. You know, like when you had me giving you this and that, traveling, having fun. Now it's just like, whatever you want.
Right.
You want this? I don't care.
Right.
You want to leave? You can leave, because at this point, I'm at the position like I'm already, it's over in my mind. I'm just waiting to see what you're going to do next. You know? So that's things about Sagittarius that you need to be careful with. Because when we're done, we're done, and we don't go back. I know some of the signs like to go back. We don't go back.
That's the thing. I don't like to go back.
Oh, you don't go back either?
I went back with that.
With that Cancer?
I went back with that Cancer.
I bet.
I'm not a go backer. Like if I leave it, if I leave the situation, I'm not going back.
Okay.
If they left me, I'm going back because I wasn't done. And I need to show you.
Oh, so you got to show back the revenge. All right. So since you tried me, so I'm going to pay you back.
No.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
It varies. It varies by the situation. If we didn't end in a negative turmoil.
Okay, I feel you in that part.
We ended in a way where it's like, this just not right now, whatever. I could go back for that. I could go back. If we meet up again and we're still locked in a little bit, or we link back up and we're like, oh, this feels brand new. I could go for that.
You know what?
I could double back for that. I can't double back. If you disrespected me bad, like, if we just, there's no looking back, I have a limit. And then once I reach that limit, I don't even look at you the same. You're blocked. I love to block. My last blocking stint, maybe I shouldn't have did that. But other than that, every other block, you deserved it.
Wow.
You should have been blocked.
Wow. I only dealt with Cancers, Capricorn, Libra, and Aquarius. Those are the signs that gravitate to me a lot.
Okay.
And all of them were.
My baby daddy's in Aquarius.
Whew. No,
Hey.
them Aquarius. Them Aquarius they're controlling too.
Are they?
Yeah, Libras are controlling.
Nobody can control me.
I know that's the problem. You know what? That is I don't know if it's a sign, but I think it's just where you grew up at. Because my parents, they raised me to be very independent. Like, don't trust no man. You could do everything by yourself, especially for my dad. My dad always raised me that way. Like, never depend on no guy.
Right.
And I grew up that way. So now every guy that come into my life is just like, what can you bring to the table? Like, you have to make me feel like I'm like, I don't know. I think it's the way you talk to me. If you know how to get to me, maybe then I would get that. You'll get that feminine side of me. But if you're like, you're talking to me like I'm one of your groupies or whatever, I'll be like,
I'm not going.
I'm
going.
Like,
babe, I'm not. I've never been that. It never was that.
You never been that type of chick?
A groupie, no.
Okay. So I see. No. I've never been a groupie either.
Sometimes I go out my way to not like. Sometimes because I do know people that are in the industry, whatever. Mm-hmm. And like sometimes on the first couple links, even if we're all in a group of friends or whatever, I don't want them to get the wrong idea. They're like, oh, she's going. I'm not going.
Oop.
I'm not going. I might go later. Like, I might be going later. Maybe. Perhaps. But I'm not even trying to give that impression. And I don't want nobody, like, maybe that's a hyper independence. Maybe that's a red flag. I just don't want anybody to think, like, they're the prize. You're not.
You ain't the prize. You will never know when you won't be the prize.
I don't even know you. How you the prize? I never even met you before.
Did you ever meet a guy from a first sight and you feel like, darn, this feel familiar, or you feel like I feel this connection and you want to go further with this person? You never feel that connection with someone?
No.
You know how
like when I meet them?
Yeah, you know how some people be talking about it all in TikToks and all in the podcast. Oh my gosh, when you meet that right person, you just know. You never have one, you be like, this must be it.
Not when I met them. Sometimes after a while, if we've been like friends, I need to establish something. I need to be able to make you out in my head, like, who are you?
Okay.
Because just meeting people, I feel like anybody could do anything when you meet them.
That's true.
And you never really know anybody.
That's true too. They have a mask.
Just the first meeting, because when I first meet people, I'm super shy, like just kind of timid. You might think that's who I am. And if you build an impression off of me based on that, then you don't really
know who you are.
So if you have this instant connection with me and I wasn't even talking, I don't know. It could exist. I believe in like
love
a little
first sight.
Love, no. I believe in like sparks at first sight. Yeah.
Okay.
I've had sparks with people, but I'm so shy. I won't even like
approach.
We won't even be having a conversation. It'll be if I like you, I'm leaving.
Really?
If I'm in a party or something and we're all talking and I realize I'm into this person, I'm going away.
So you're gonna lose your shot? I'm
gonna lose my shot.
Darn.
I have
hear
to
that. You better kind of try to approach this girl. Like, let her give you the opportunity.
I do like coach myself in the bathroom and be like, you don't know when you'll get this opportunity again. You have to. And I'll talk myself up. I do make like shoot my shot to people if I feel that connection or whatever. But it's very impulsive. It's not like we're just so in tune and I have to just talk to you. It's kind of like I build myself up like, bro, what? Just go say something. Go do something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
If I don't do that, I'll just hope for the best. I'll wait, like maybe I'll see you next time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And hopefully you pray that you see them the next time.
Yeah.
So, this is crazy. This is, well, I'm going to shoot my shot.
shoot.
Man, I'm gonna shoot my shot
Shoot or
because
shoot.
hey, I rather if you say no, then I'm like, all right, at least I tried.
That's the thing. I could take no.
That's what I'm saying. Then it
I
won't
could take
bother
no.
me. I'll take the rejection. I'll be like, okay.
It takes me a while though. Like I like to have a friendship first. So
That's
if
what I'm saying.
I'll shoot my shot.
But I'm still gonna be your friend.
No.
I'm gonna shoot my shot, but I'm still gonna be your friend. I have to get to know you a little bit more, and
I can't be your friend. If you shoot your shot at me, and I said no, and we're friends, we could do that. But I can't shoot my shot at you and you tell me no, and we can't be friends again.
No, how I'm not gonna be your friend if I shoot my shot and we're friends or whatever the case might be, and then you kind of throw me out of the gutter out of nowhere because now you find somebody else that you want to be with, and then now you kind of make me feel like I'm a nobody.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna distance myself away from you, and then even if you do decide to come back, I'm not giving you that opportunity anymore because we could have still be friends, but just because you went elsewhere and then you didn't see what you were looking for, and then now you're trying to come back my way. No, you could go back where you just came from, and you could try to work it out over there. So that's the difference. I can't get if I'm shooting my shot with you, and then you kind of ditch me. There's no second chance with me. I don't give people a second chance. A lot of people thinking that, oh yeah, you do. No, I don't. If that's the case, I could have been back with a bunch of my exes.
If I'm shooting my shot at you, and you leave the situation, or you just kind of leave me hanging, I don't know, man.
I don't care how good. I don't care how good your deal is.
Once I gather
done.
myself up, you can never hear from me again.
I would not, and I know women like to do call back. I can't call you back.
If you catch me, let's say I shoot my shot, we're talking, and one day you dump me for whatever reason. If you catch me the very next morning, okay, maybe if you apologize.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You send me some flowers or something.
I'll think about it, but I'll
think about it. But after time goes on, and I already rationalized 10 million situations in my head, and I'm like, I can't believe this motherfucker. Like, never again. Never again. Actually, I hate you now.
I feel you.
Now we really can't be friends.
Oh, you see how Virgos and Sagittarius know each other? So I guess we do have a lot of things in common. Now we've been talking about your music career. We're talking about families, zodiac signs, relationships. Do you have any music coming out? Drum roll. I
do.
Oh! All right. So when is coming out? All
right. So
we're working on it.
We're working on it.
Oh,
but it's
shoot.
What are we in April?
Yeah, we're in April.
Looking at like next month, late May, early June. It's like a cute summer vibe.
Oh shoot. Hey guys, don't worry. Once she does bring it out, I'll definitely make sure it will be on my page so you guys can take a look at it. And I have my yoga sets. Why? Love yourself loudly.
Love yourself.
I have all colors, so you could go on my website is loveyourselfloudly.love, and you can see all the features of different things that I have. I do events, I do podcastings, I have one-on-one sessions, I have outfits, you name it, I got you. And I'm trying to build up a community. That's still on the work, but I can't wait. And we're still gonna keep collaborating. Can't wait to have you to come back again. Hopefully music come back on my platform so we could play that music.
Come back.
And is there anything you want to tell to the audience?
Jesus.
Oh Jesus.
What?
Oh, you just want to wait till the summer when you have your music out?
Just look out for the summer, okay? I had a very long hiatus. Everybody's asking every 2 days, Nadia, where's the music? Oh, where's the music? Guys, it's coming, okay? It's coming. I'm not playing no more. I'm locked in, and the music is coming.
Okay. I can't wait. You should have me one of your futures.
Okay.
Stay tuned, y'all won't be on her video. But yes, Nadia, I want to say thank you so much for coming to my platform.
Of course.
Thank you guys for watching. And I can't wait to see you guys again. So you guys enjoy. See ya. Bye.